Oh, I was planning on streaming to YouTube too. That's what I was trying to do. Yes. There we go. I was trying to multi-stream it up a little bit. All right, boys. Who here is pulling for Hugo? Any Hugo pullers? Any Hugo pullers? All right, I should just turn on the music for this game, to be honest. You are a Mao saver. Who the heck is Mao? What? Oh, oh god. Sandwich beef. Correct? You want dumplings? Thoughts on recent discussions of drama about HP inflation on deadly assault in Shiyu? All right, let me be the first to say I do think it is a bit of a problem, right? Can I please? I don't think I will, actually. I don't think I will. That's reserved for my girlfriend only. All right, let me be the first to say it. You know, in terms of like raw numbers and stuff like that, admittedly, I don't have the exact numbers and the perfect numbers and such. I will say there is pretty, I would say it is pretty damning that such that if they do keep increasing the health of characters or of bosses and stuff in this game, it is just obviously an issue right now. Like, of course, I wouldn't say like, okay, there was a really good point that I Win to Lose brought up the other day when I had a stream with him, and it's the fact that inevitably the health had to increase. Now let me be clear.
That's pretty cool. You should check her out.
Hyper Pro is now following.
Hyper, thank you for the follow. Let me be clear. It is not to say that it isn't to say necessarily that like health inflation should always exist, but if you consider like the way that games like this are featured, the health that you have in the first month of the game should always be like way lower than what it ends up being like, say 3 to 6 months later. Like the reason for that obviously is because like when you're playing the game for the first time, like most people don't even have, you know, like their characters or like their gear and shit at plus 15. So in that sense, like, yes, there should be HP inflation after the start of the game. Like that is just true. Like that is factual. Like, you know, at some point you can't, you know, you can't just have the characters have 5 HP, like, because you were obviously handicapping the health of the characters initially as opposed to like later. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Hold on, how do I see this, by the way? How do I get to this? Hello, you might be a Hugo puller. Hello, Georgie. Sorry, hold up. How am I supposed to get this? Okay, I gotta like split my screen, I think. Oh, wait, I got it. There we go. What's up, Gabby? Hello, everybody. Hello. Sorry. I'm trying to get you boys both here at the same time. I think the HP inflation is okay for now because the bar was very low at the start of the game. Yeah, I will say, listen, I'm not oblivious to the effects of HP inflation. If HP inflation happens in such a way that you get like, you know, you start to get fucked, like, you know, like you aren't able to clear with some of the older characters, and of course, like, that does feel like ass. However, consider also that the devs have come out and already stated that they're willing to like take a look at older characters. Not to mention, you know, games like Honkai Star Rail, which is, you know, within the Hoyo sphere, have also, you know, talked about the fact that Mathematic Basics, thank you for the follow. If they're willing to,
A-type places now following.
thank you for the follows, boys. Considering that other games in the hemisphere, or like in the gaming sphere, have also, you know, considered like buffing old characters, I don't think HP inflation is nearly, you know, the demon that it could or would be. You know, like that's just the truth. I'll go a bit further into this, like, and about my thoughts, but again, like, so long as, like, you know, your 1.0 characters that were previously already, or were previously able to get things like 6-star and Deadly Assault, or S and Shield defense, if they're able to do what they were able to prior to 2.0 now, and like even after the HP inflation, I think it's okay. Where's the YouTube stream? Marby, I think it's up. Is it not up? I think it's up. I see my YouTube chat. Do you think it's worth it to pull for Hugo if you already have Ellen built, considering they're both S rank ice attack units? Admittedly, I think if you like Hugo, you will definitely feel good playing him. Now in terms of like worth, I mean, you know, we're right before a version patch. Like, okay, take this with a grain of salt, but, you know, exaggeratedly so in a sense. Even if someone like Miyabi were to, you know, be released in 1.7, you know, 2.0 in any game is a completely different beast, you know? And like the issue is, right, is that even if Miyabi ended up being really crazy looking or things like this, right, it is like inarguable that they would change so much about the game. I mean, they said that there's going to be like some new like combat, you know, like sequencing, or they're going to like aim to treat combat a little bit differently. They're trying to give us like different like transitional locations for zones. Like, does that mean movement is important? I don't know. Like, you know, can I please discuss Hugo lighter trigger with engine team versus Hugo lighter Lycone? Calvin Johnson, what I would probably say, honestly, is that I tested that team extensively. And when I say extensively, I don't mean like, oh, I just did it once and then I just said like, fuck it, we ball. I really tried like lighter Lycone. And I'm not saying I'm like the best at that team. I would never say some stupid shit like that. But I did Hugo lighter Lycone and Hugo trigger Lycone, or Hugo lighter trigger. I did both of those teams like almost like 20 times each, and every single time that I did it, a trigger just for whatever reason managed to outperform. What's up, Frozen? Fourth time it okay, boys. Oop. Ooh, what the fuck was that? Oh, sorry. I'd like to at least have our level cap increased every few years. I think that would be nice too. I don't know if I would want them to like introduce a new like domain level, but I do think stuff like that does sound cool in theory. Fuck. Oh, right, it's over here. I think on-field stun just sucks now that trigger and lighter exist. Stunners like Lycone steal too much DPS time. While I kind of agree, like Lycone still has like the most overpowered trait of all, which is like, you know, the stun damage increase. And technically speaking, his assists are quite powerful. The level will definitely be raised. Will definitely be raised later. Later, current level is 60. It'll definitely be raised. I mean, did they do it for any other? Did they ever raise the level cap for like Genshin or Star Rail? They've obviously given up on Genshin. Zenless has different devs. Thank God, I could see them upping it. Well, you know, look, I think no matter what people say, oh, this is like fucking crazy. By the way, I saw this the other day. There was someone that was like, yeah, you know, like they were like, basically there was this Twitter post of people like trashing on all like the major games, because if you guys didn't see, by the way, there's like this fucking crazy game that got released. Also, Rastafaris, I have been playing Etheria Restart. I'm level 39 in that game. It's fucking fire. But if you guys didn't see, there's this game called Silver Palace that got teased or like got showcased and stuff. Fire, fantastic fucking game. Okay, let me be the first to say it. I saw that shit. I knew every single person that fucking was gonna see that Silver Palace game was going to lose their fucking minds. It was fucking amazing. That was literally one of the best looking games that, I'm not joking, I've ever seen in my entire life. Okay, I'm not exaggerating. It has all the elements that I would have wanted from something like Duet Night Abyss, with like the action combat and the quick time, like, you know, the quick time events of like Claire, and all these, like, you know, all these together make like such a perfect quote unquote Genshin killer. I don't, you know, this is such a stupid fucking, like, it's such a stupid fucking title to give to a game, but like really it is an exceptional, very good fucking, you know, game.
28 months, almost as many months as Kanu is old. Just resubscribe.
Still asleep. Thank you for the resub.
Almost as many months as Kanu is old. Have a nice stream, monk.
Thank you, gamer. But yeah, like with that, right, like with Silver Palace, right, I just wanted to say that like I saw a few people try to, while they were dogging on Genshin or like Wua or other games, they try to slide Zenless as like this soulless like slop. Like they said it was like soulless slop, where like it had no passion, no creativity. And I was like, do you even play the fucking game? Like what the fuck are you talking about? Like, if you want to say it's been a little bit for like Genshin and stuff, and people don't, you know, like, oh, it feels like they haven't put quite enough effort into Genshin. Listen, I get it. I understand where you're coming from. Okay. Like, I can understand that. And yeah, like Silver Palace does look phenomenal, but like two things can be true at once without fucking lying and slandering. Like, Zenless has no business doing literally 90% of the shit that they have. And for like people to go like, Zenless's combat is dick and balls. They're so uncreative. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? like what, as opposed to what? Like, just tell me, like, just like, and it's so aggravating, because like, look, I am so for competition and like, you know, like games competing against each other such that, you know, you have like, you know, you have competition that breeds good and like better products, right? The issue though is that like, I feel so annoyed at like defending, you know, like a company, or like a defending, you know, some shit that like that a company does, just because, you know, like someone's saying some shit that's like mega fucking cap. I mean, like, seriously, like, I don't think, you know, I think Zenless has plenty of like weaknesses, or like plenty of things that I wish they could have changed, right? But like we're saying the combat and the creativity of the game is the issue, really? Like that, you know what I mean? It's I hate it so much, because this happens, and sorry for the rant, but like this happens so often, where like people will say something that's like maybe like 1 or like, you know, like 5 to 10% true, like Zenless needs improvement. Good, like you're on the right path. Like, I agree, Zenless does need to be improved a little bit, right? There's a couple of quality of life things that I still like wish for Zenless. And then like, you know, they're like, yeah, you know, like they should like cater more to like this audience, or like they should be like more free to play friendly, or like casual friendly, or they should have like more optimizations. And it's like, okay, you're getting there. All the skins should be free. Miyabi should never have existed. Miyabi should be free for everyone. And then it's like, it's a nosedive. You're like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude? Like it is fucking crazy, bro. I know, dude, Diamond, right? Like it's like, just say you don't play the game. Just say you hate the game because you played it at 1.0 and you just never came back. Like, that's okay. There's nothing wrong with saying that you played the game at 1.0 and never came back. I promise you, there is literally not a single, there's not a single person on the planet that is judging you for not playing a game. But the second that you start making up bullshit, yes, man, we're going to call you out for it and call you a fucking idiot. Because, like, that's exactly what it is. Zenless gives their players a lot of comfort. The fact that we're able to strongbox any disk drives with a lot of options to do so, the overflow of the energy and lots of other stuff. Exactly. It just, I don't know. It doesn't make any fucking sense to me, man. Like, I don't know. I understand, like, to a degree, again, like, why people feel like the game may still have things to improve on, and that's okay. It's just like, dude, just don't, like, wow, like, holy mother of fucking bad take. Like, my opinion, Zenless is the best Hoyo game thus far. I played all except Honkai Impact. I played Genshin for 3 years, Starro for a year. Zenless is definitely the best feeling. Yeah, and you know, like, you know, I don't know why people like view this as such like a I don't know why people see this as like such a slight. Have you guys like seen this shit where like people are like people will say like, they'll say shit like, yeah, Zenless is like, you know, like the lowest performing, so they have to like overcompensate. Is that supposed to be like an insult? Like yeah, they are performing and they are like, you know, they're put, or like they're given like a very difficult task and they're like, you know, they're stepping up. Is that supposed to be like an insult? Like, oh my God, they're doing so well because they're doing so like what? Like what are we saying? Like we're gonna shame the game and that is being the most generous and like pushing out the best content? Like They did, Luis. They did. Well, I mean, you know, whatever the gacha revenue like equivalent is, you know. Yo, Char, what's up? I have not streamed in a minute. You are absolutely fucking correct. I've just been like fucking grinding on YouTube, so it's been tough timing things. Very tough to time things. What was your rank for the Bangbu event? I think I got Diamond. I think that's where I was. I could be wrong. Wait, where was it? Shit, is it not here anymore? Fuck, I might have been slow. Must pull? Hugo's definitely not a must pull. Listen, I'll say what. Oh, by the way, like in case you guys thought I was capping. Well, you guys probably can't see it at the. That shit says 39. I literally have it on my phone right now. Hope you're having fun. Yeah. Yeah, you know, posting on well, I've been posting on my alt channel, trying to stream. Yeah, it's just a lot of testing. Just a lot of testing. Do I have a script for my videos? Yeah, I mean, I usually have like a general outline for my alt channel videos where I have like an idea or I have something I want to talk about. But for my main channel, outside of like maybe reactions, which I like sometimes but don't usually do, I always have a script. Wait, which filter did it want me to use again? Oh yeah, nostalgic. It looks like we're talking about the HP inflation. Yeah, I was talking about the HP inflation. Must skip. Okay, you don't have to skip him. If you like Hugo, you should pull for Hugo. Like there's literally nothing stopping you from pulling Hugo. Like you just should. Like if you like him, there's nothing, you know, don't let someone gatekeep you, you know? Oh wait, fuck. Can I use Vivian as a main DPS? Vivian really does not work well as a main DPS. Now, let me be clear. Okay, this is like something. Okay, I know this is just gonna be like a bunch of rants. I only stream once a month, really. So like, apologies for all the ranting, but I see, like, I promise, though I don't stream, I always see like all the random like Zenless shit that gets talked about and like, you know, flung around in circles. Let me be the first to say, okay, this is like, okay, this is actually what bugs me so bad. When people say that HP inflation or power creep exists in the game, and then they like reference the fact that like, oh well, there's like two sides of this. Like people will say like HP inflation exists in the game, or like a character's getting power creeped, right? Then the people come to convene and they're like, I agree or I disagree, and then they like give their evidence. If you don't provide evidence, well, who the fuck cares about your opinion? Just being honest. However, there are people that will come in and they're like, listen, the character is fucking ass, and here's why. And they'll cite shit like Ellen can't, or like Ellen does worse than most other people expect, right? However, in dispute of that, or to contrast that, people will then come out of the woodworks and go, you're struggling with Ellen? Here's my clear of Ellen with that, like, you know, they'll like just barely get 20k, or like they'll just barely get like 25k, some shit like this. Okay, I have an issue with this for two reasons. First off, if you are someone that says like shit doesn't work, or like, you know, if you're someone that like is trying to gatekeep whether or not a character is good or not by like clear speeds, there are so many factors to consider when you're talking about that. There are certain bosses that are directly like tuned for certain characters. There are fights where like not having certain W engines or sets just feels dog shit. Now, however, when you are going to say that Ellen can clear old content, don't give me your 1% of the 1%, like, you know, every single move in the game, and like you're an Ellen 1000 hour main and go, yeah, everyone should be able to do that. That is, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, you're just being dishonest, okay? Because no one is saying that Ellen is power crept and bad, and therefore even if you spend 8 quintillion hours on the character, you're unable to clear it. They're saying that on average you're not able to clear it. Okay, also, Toll, thank you for the $5, man. I appreciate it, dude. Listen, Toll, maybe I'll make it for like the Zenless content on the Morikana channel.
That's pretty cool. You should check her out.
FGCA Tight is now following.
Thank you for the follow. However, the issue that I have, right, is that like, okay, like I have that point, the 1% of the 1%, you're being fucking dishonest, okay? Saying that like, you know, Anton or these characters can go fucking sicko mode, I understand where you're coming from, but like that's not necessarily where the lean of the argument is, okay? Like that really isn't. However, for those of you that say that like Ellen is unable to clear, right, or for those of you that are reading into like that Ellen has been power creeped or power crept, keep in mind that the definition of power crept is not necessarily like agreed upon standardly across the board. To give you like specific examples, there are a lot of theory crafters that I've talked to behind the scenes where when I talk or I discuss or I ask for their opinions on certain characters, they'll say specifically, I'm using their exact wording, this character is dog shit, you should not play them. Okay, like their exact tagline, if you play them, like they are fucking dog shit. Okay, despite this, they are still at the very minimum able to get 2 stars in something like Deadly Assault and an S rank in Shield defense. Do you see why that's a bit of an issue? Because I'm sure for a lot of you guys, your definition of power crept or dog shit or usable or viable is different from someone else's. right? Just because someone's standard is different doesn't mean that you can't play the character, right? Like Ellen, ever since basically like Miyabi has come out, has been written off as basically unviable, weak, power crept, like ass. Okay, the thing is though is that Ellen, yes, can still absolutely get 6 stars, or you know, like the 6 stars in like something like Deadly Assault. She can still get S in Shiyu defense when, like, you know, it tunes to her element, and when they have attributes or buffs that like benefit her, which by the way is not very difficult to do because the buffs are so general. Like the buffs are literally just like, if you do EX specials, gain 20% crit damage. Okay, that's like literally half the cast. Okay, and so like if you're able to do that, don't read so far into like ratings of characters as like, oh, like because this character is B means you better be fucking ready to drop an M2 on them. That's not what that fucking means. B is like, be ready to put a little bit more effort into what you're doing. Okay, like it's like a scale, it's a treadmill, or you know, it's like a hill. It's not like a fucking steep drop. Like you know, like the second that you do Ellen is a whoop, and then you fucking fall off the face of the earth if you don't have second mindscapes. The only character I'd say is outright bad is maybe Ben, and even then he's completely viable. He's just playing a different game. Yeah, and the thing about Ben too is that, like, you know, depending on how you're using Ben, inarguably Ben is 20% crit rate. Now, if you guys have like watched or taken a look at any of my like teams videos, keep in mind that like when I'm testing 100 different teams, there are literally people that are telling me to sometimes just use like I got this message like 40 times in my in my YouTube video today. People were like, oh, how come you didn't try Hugo, Vivian, and Ellen together? What the fuck are you asking from me? Like what? Like what? And if you are asking me to do some shit like that, then Ben obviously has a place somewhere. Now, again, to be clear, if you are unable to activate his additional ability, his value skews way lower, way lower. However, it is inarguable that he does give 15 or 20% crit rate. And that is value, especially if you are, again, like decreasing your crit rate on your main damage carry to then account for Ben. Right? You could in certain cases argue that if you are running for example, a hyper carry solo DPS Miyabi and you need a bit of crit rate, well, guess what? Some people don't have their, like, you know, Miyabi's W engine. You know what happens to give you a decent amount of crit rate? Ben. So if you're someone that wants crit rate because you're trying to reach like the anomaly, what is it? The anomaly, whatever the, fuck, what is it? What is Miyabi's thing? Oh shit, Hugo's out. Uh-oh. Oh fuck, I could probably pull for him now. If you're trying to hit this, fuck, what is it? Is it the attack? I don't remember what it is, but like one of her things that she needs like a certain amount of like crit rate. Oh yeah. The anomaly buildup rate? Dude, like the crit rate is viable then, you know? All right, boys, who's ready for Hugo? All right, here we go. Any team can be used, be happy, do what you want, but for endgame content, that team is not optimal. Yeah, like she's set to be a more supportive sub DPS, you know? First 10. Here we go. Dude, are there fake outs in this game? I don't think there are, right? Oh boy. Who lied? Holy shit, 4? Here we go. You're gonna be skipping him? I understand. Double the Anton for double the accuracy. Ah, please don't make me pity on Hugo. I was considering not even pulling him. Oh God. My bad luck is your guys' good luck, right? That's how this works. Oh my God. Oh my God. Please, please, please. Who cursed me? Who cursed me? Tell me right now. Tell me right now. Who's praying for my downfall? Who's praying for my downfall? Who's praying for my downfall? Fess up. Okay. All right. All right. Sheesh. All right, guys. I'm gonna be honest. This W engine is kind of. Don't say Neko. Don't say Neko. All right, let's do one of these. Ooh. All right, honestly, Heartstring Nocturne is like pretty fucking good on Hugo.
Please forgive me for stealing the moonlight.
Uh-oh. Okay. We can do this. It's the worst W engine. Is it the worst? I guess it depends on what your definition of worst is. Dude, thanks Iphon. You don't have a team for him? Enzidi, do you have Lycone? I think Sokaku Lycone is pretty okay. It's obviously, you know, not the greatest. But I do think that there's something to be said about it, honestly. They really should just have a level to max button. I think that's fine, Gwips, but I'm honestly, maybe my like bar is set quite low. I'm actually more than happy with just not having to flip-flop off the fucking UI, dude. I hated that shit. Amy Nicole's a passable team if you use chain attack cancels. Yeah, I mean, for what it's worth. Oh fuck, I'm trolling. For what it's worth, I did find I don't know if you guys will find this. I don't know if any of you guys are Asia frogs or like had access to Hugo prior to NA's release. Did anyone feel like Sokaku actually performed worse than Lucy and Nicole? I actually found that quite frequently, which I am not a huge fan of, admittedly. You have Kaleda. Kaleda and Ambi admittedly were much worse. I really did not find great results from that team specifically. All right, fuck it. Not gonna lie, though I could use Miyabi. Vivian Jane is so fucking fun to play.
Good day, Lord Phaeton. Only the brave will win.
Dude, Vivian is so fucking fun to play.
I'm curious to see the audience's reaction.
About Miyabi's second mindscape, is the 15 pretty sure it's permanent, isn't it? Since Nicole generates a lot of decibels and Ambi standard. Oh yeah. I see what you mean. Dude, Vivian having like an auto proc too is just so fucking crazy, man. Oh.
escape. Hit him where it hurts. Here's a taste of the abyss.
Do you have any tips for playing Juyuan, trigger Astra, or Nicole? It's the only team I have that trigger fits on, but it feels like ass due to on-field Juyuan and running out of ammo. What fight are you using it in, Noir Twist? Because the thing is that the Nicole Astra team, if you try to compare the Nicole Astra team to basically any non UCC fight, you know, like the construction robot, that fight I think is where like most people gain the impression that like Nicole Astra feels very strong. And don't get me wrong, I do think it is quite powerful. However, I think like people are going to be in for a bit of a rude awakening, because outside of UCC, some of the boss patterns are quite annoying to deal with. So much so that like in terms of playing Juyuan, there are just going to have to be moments where like you're spamming your energy and you don't have a choice. It's not like there's like some secret, you know, like it really is just like, oh, I literally can't do anything right now because I'm not in stun. So I just have to like use some of like Juyuan's like energy otherwise. Like there's no secret to that, honestly.
Hit him where it hurts. I'll make it painless.
You got him? Yo, congrats, man, congrats.
You're the prey.
I was planning on skipping Vivian, put 20 pulls on her banner later, and guess who showed up? Dude, she's so fun, man. I don't know, like playing her with like Miyabi and Jane, and like actually seeing Jane do damage again. Oh, it's so satisfying. It feels wonky to use Sokaku for Hugo. It's just not the same pace for Lycone. That's fair. That's fair, but I mean, like, what if you use Lycone and Sokaku? I know electric DPS unit and Juyuan's my only non-standard attacker other than Bumasa. Dude, Haramasa gets fucking slandered, bro. What is this? Bumasa? What the fuck? What the fuck? Let me swap this up.
Take me. Take a deep breath. The spotlight's about to shine.
Only the brave will win.
The end. I would never. Please, lead the way, Lord Phaethon.
Won your 50-50 for Lighter, so I'm satisfied now. Dude, Lighter may be the most like wow, get fucked if you didn't pull for him investment that I've like ever seen in Zenless. It is like actually disturbing how good Lighter is. Oh, I wasted a little bit of energy. Or at least I wasted one of the passives. Oh! Come on, come on, come on, come on, you stupid marionettes. Relax. Relax. Come on. Does Lighter need his W engine? Lighter's W engine is really good. Like really, really good. Ow. It does provide his team like a pretty unmatched amount of value.
My blade is already. Don't underestimate me.
What would you say baseline stats you want on Miyabi are? Crit and attack values? So I actually talked about this a long time ago. When you're playing any crit, or if you're playing a crit based carry, ideally you want, like in a perfect world, I should say, ideally you're looking for something like maybe 4 to 6 rolls. So what I mean by rolls, by the way, is that like, let's say you start with attack, crit rate, and crit damage. right, Zach? Like you're looking for at least one roll of each, so like attack, crit rate, crit damage, and then one roll in each of those. So then when you add that up, that adds up to 6. So like let's say it says +1 attack, +1 crit rate, +1 crit damage, right? And you already obviously have those rolls. That's technically 6 rolls and is pretty good standard wise. If you want, of course, like a better character, of course, the max rolls that you can get is 8, if I'm not mistaken, on every single piece. But for like the average standard, just getting 6 puts you in like a really good spot. Like most great pieces are like 6 rolls. Jane, Vivian, Bernice is the dumbest fun I've had in this game in a while. I will say, Toll, when Miyabi first came out, and I think when Miyabi first came out, I think Deadly Assault was also like very new and people had just been like labbing out the bringer fight. My first team, I think, was literally the first team I tried in Deadly Assault was Miyabi, Bernice, and Yanagi, and I'd never had so much fun in my entire life. Like the amount of tuning and like timing in that fight, like trying to make sure everyone got their abilities off. Like, don't get me wrong, it's not as viable, or sorry, it's not as strong as the other teams could be, but inarguably, triple anomaly is super fucking fun. Super fucking fun. Hey, yeah, no problem, Zach. I mean, like him, for example, how fast paced with Sokaku is just slow. Are you just using Sokaku for her abilities, or sorry, for her buff? Because if you are, it really shouldn't, I don't think, take too much time. I recognize Yanagi's strength, but I refuse to pull for her for now. Honestly, no offense to you like Yanagi lovers, but I don't really necessarily see value right now in Yanagi. Now that Vivian is around. Am I crazy? Like low-key, I feel like Vivian's kind of taken her spot from me. Oh. My Miyabi, Jane, and Vivian are all well built. You should try it. It's a lot. Like, don't get me wrong, it's not as though like you're gonna do a quintillion whatever amount of damage that you expect. It is inarguable though that like you do start to do like a disturbing amount of like bursting and like quick swapping around, which does feel fun. Like, no matter what anyone tells you, like, don't let them lie to you, it does feel fun to have that happen. I don't appreciate you hating on listen, I'm not hating on that character, okay? I think, like, honestly, I'm probably one of Yanagi's like biggest defenders. I feel like when Yanagi came out, everyone's like, oh, she's mid, and I'm like, dude, she's like one-shotting all the content. Are we fucking for real right now? Like, what are you talking about? Like, are we playing the same game right now, or like am I getting trolled? Again, everyone's like, actually, compared to Jane, or actually compared to Juyuan, and I'm like, yes, but she still does damage. You don't like the character concept for Vivian? I think it's kind of cute. She's like she's like an obsessed fan. We don't really have that, you know what I mean? We're like catching all the different different character tropes. Okay, Okay, Astra, it's time to wake up. Dude, no, I'm not joking. A lot of people at, like, when Yanagi first came out, they were like, why would I pull for Yanagi when I've got, you know, Bernice, or like, you know, I'm waiting for Miyabi. And don't get me wrong, Miyabi, crazy character. But like, we were like, people at launch were acting as if, you know, like Yanagi was literally not doing the most damage in the game at the time. Like, are we just fucking lying, or like, what's up? Is it worth it for me to skip Lighter's weapon until his rerun so I can save for 2.0? Dude, that's like such an impossible question. I'm not gonna lie, Bruticus. I have no idea about what 2.0 is gonna bring. Like, you know, like something that I don't think people have considered as well. You know, there's a lot of people that are like, no, why would you do that? You should just save for, you know, you should just save for whatever. You should save for
I've got your back.
Good day.
sorry, like you should save for 2.0. Something that people don't also consider is that, like, it's not as though the second that 2.0 drops, you're not going to be able to like pull for Yixuan or like, you know, Jufufu or like the panda or whatever. Like, you have a whole fucking 2.0 patch to do all that shit in, you know? And so like, technically speaking, if you like think about it, like, yeah, you might want to save, but does that really mean that you can't afford to pull anything before it? Like, missing out on Lighter is like kind of a big L. Like, if you don't have him, like, it will hurt. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, for those of you that like that went through the Evelyn gauntlet, like any Evelyn players here, any Evelyn pain players, bro, like when Evelyn came out, everyone's like, oh, don't worry guys, I love Evelyn, I'm gonna play her however I want. And then she just no Lighter, and she's like, oh, she's okay, I guess. She's like, good. He said Lighter? Wait, am I missing something? Sorry, I thought we were like skipping Lighter's weapon, right? I just mean, like, is it not possible? Well, the point that I was trying to get at is that, like, is it not possible for you to like maybe sneak in a pull on that? Even with Lighter, whenever I play Evelyn without Astra, she feels underwhelming. Honestly, Nortwist, I guess it depends on like the fight. Like, who are you comparing it to? If you're comparing it to Miyabi, it's just a wrap. Miyabi really is like the fucking Acheron of the, like, Miyabi is so dangerous as like a concept for a character. And listen, I'm more than happy to step into like the it's okay to do a wrong thing sometimes ring on occasion, but like Miyabi is so, in my opinion, so easy to play, so comfortable to play, that even if it's not healthy for the balance of Zenless, low key I would be upset if she was not this strong, because she feels so good to play. Like, I get it, like you could argue that she's like a little bit too strong for her own good, but I would be so annoyed if she didn't play like this. My Evelyn is okay with Kaleda and Lucy. Sting game pulls when it could be 180 plus to... I mean, but how long is like 2.0, you know? And again, look. I'm not saying that it would be like the greatest, right? I think you are still putting yourself in harm's way. And I think fundamentally, it is not going to be like a smart thing. But I have spoken to and like heard from many people anecdotally about the pains that they had upon not having Lighter. Like, I'll say it, man, it sucks. Like, it is annoying. Like, and again, I understand that like there are some alternatives, like let's say Kaleda or like let's say Lycone, but dude, 100% damage increase is 100% damage increase. Like, let's not shift the narrative, you know? We're not Honkai with 9 week passes. You actually got to measure things out here. Yeah, I do agree. Don't get me wrong. Like it is going to like kind of feel bad if you miss it. Like I'm more than willing to say that. But like, man, I really like, you know, like even from before, like when people were like, oh, should we pull for Bernice? Like as she had like a rerun like a little while ago, dude, if you're like if Vivian didn't get announced, man, and you wanted to play fucking Jane and all you had was Seth, dude, you were legit on fucking, you know, you were on fucking suicide watch. I would not wish the pain of that on anyone. I genuinely think, look, I get why people like want to love that character. Seriously though, like again, I mean this with only love and like happiness in mind. Holy shit, if you play fucking Seth, you are a stronger man than I am. Again, play the husbando or like, you know, whatever character that you want. I'm no gatekeeper. Seriously though, I've never met a more like, wow, okay, this is the most character of all time character. Like I, for whatever reason, through like some means or like, you know, through my experience on that character, it's just almost all the other anomaly characters want someone else. And also like the anomaly characters don't even really give a shit about the stun. And so like if you miss like Bernice, for instance, my hands are up, you know, I'm sorry. I wish it was different, but you know, you're gonna get shit on kinda. Like there's not really any way for me to get around it for you. Like, I'm sorry. It is just going to feel bad. Oh, I gotta do my deadly assaults in my Shiyu. This is a good test actually for him then. We'll do this Shiyu and deadly assault with Hugo. I'm a very new player in Zenless. Can I explain the crit rules target? Oh, okay. Pusker, this is a great time. This is a great thing. Like, I apologize because again, I know like it's a bit more complicated. So let me break this down like in terms of Miyabi. Okay, where is she? Okay, you're always gonna skip lighter no matter what. You're a piece of shit. Okay, here. Okay, let's like take a moment to understand the concepts or the systems in Zenless for a moment. Okay, so Zenless Zone Zero, you have disk drives. Disk drives are your roles and it's your gear. Cool. That's how you get substats and that's how you affect your base stats. Okay, so with every single piece of gear, there are certain substats as opposed to main stats that are randomized with certain, or well, they don't have randomized added values, but where your substat rolls go will differentiate based on you know, based on like your RNG. So what I mean by this is we have main stats, right? Like we have 2200 flat HP, 316 flat attack, and these change if you have like the S rank the S rank what are these called, disk drives, or if you have A rank ones. Like if we, well, I don't have any A rank ones, but you get less flat stat value and your substat rules are weaker if you don't have the S version of this. But for the purpose of this, let's just assume that you have S. So if you have S, what you're looking for on a crit character, of course, is going to be 3 stats: attack, crit rate, and crit damage. Now, when I talk about what number of rolls you're looking for, or the crit target rolls that you're looking for, what I'm referring to is like the following rolls here. Now, if you just take a moment, you can obviously see that there's 3 of these rolls right now. Completely ignore the flat attack, or if you have HP or defense, some shit like that. For our purposes right now, that won't matter. For a crit carry though, like Miyabi, just having or just the fact that you have the substat rolls of crit damage, crit rate, and attack technically assigns you the value of 3 for your disk drive. So just that base, like if I didn't have one upgraded, or if I just take a look at any unupgraded piece, like in general, for this right now, you could argue that, or not argue, in this case, you objectively have 2 rolls of like 2 usable crit value rolls. Okay. Now, the thing is is that once you start adding numbers to it, so like if you get like the +1, that's where you obviously add one additional roll. So in this case, with this piece, or sorry, where's the other piece I was looking at? So with this piece specifically, if I, let's say, rolled +1 into crit rate here, that means now that in totality, I have 3 usable or 3 rolls on my disk drive. If the rolls are unusable, or if they're for like a stat that, you know, I'm not really keen on, like flat attack or flat pen, like you can either neglect or not include them at all, or you would say that they're worth like half the value or less. For the sake of this, I would just say don't give a shit about the flat stats. I get it, but like realistically, if you want a better or higher performing disk drive or character, you should really be looking for, in this case, 6 non-flat attack or non-pen including rolls on a disk drive. That means for something like this, for instance, because of this, I have +2 here, plus the initial roll from attack, which makes this 3. I have +2 here, plus the initial roll of crit rate here, which makes this 3. And I have 1 additional roll of crit damage, which means that this is 7 total rolls. Hopefully that makes sense. VOD watchers skip 1 hour ahead to the stream. Okay, buddy. Okay. Let me see what I can cook up with this shit. I'm probably just gonna ungear Evelyn. Should I pull for lighter for Evelyn? I think lighter is good, even not for Evelyn. If you are on the fence about pulling lighter, I would probably evaluate how many rolls you have or how many pulls you have. However, I think that lighter, you know, I'm not gonna say Zenless is like, you know, Honkai support rail, but it does feel like the supports in this game are pretty insane, you know? What's the thing about skipping Bernice? Well, like, the concern I had about skipping Bernice is that one of the best teams with, or one of the teams that Bernice buffs the most is the Jane team. And the thing is that if you're trying to play Jane without Bernice, your only team that you could really play is like Seth Lucy, and that team just performs way worse than Bernice. Way worse than Bernice. Honestly, I could probably just equip Hugo's gear. Wait, hold on. Maybe I should just take Juyuan's gear. Wait, what does Juyuan have on? All right, we're gonna just steal a little bit of both characters. What is... Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we have a problem. How are we going to make this work? Any knowers? Unfortunately, it would appear as though I do not have any of these roles. Actually, wait a second. Pen ratio is pretty good. Oh, we are... Wait. Nope, we're not cooked. Wait, I think we are so Barack. Okay, all right. Looks pretty good. Jane Vivian is better than Bernice? Yes. Is lighter really universal? It's not so much... Okay. Universal insinuates that he can be used on every team. That isn't so much what I'm trying to get at here. I would say that lighter is interesting because he's really, really good. Wait, which one is the fucking... Oh, there it is. Lighter is really good because on the teams that he buffs or that he can work with, he like overperforms by like quite a bit. Like he is really quite good. And he buffs the teams that he buffs by like a pretty fucking significant amount. Like so much so that like I would argue in most cases, like outside of Astra, there's almost like no character that you could put in that would be better than Lighter for like the teams that Lighter is strong on. Like that almost like never happens. Like if you try to find a team that could or would replace Lighter, it's like, yeah, you could, but then just fucking use Lighter. Like who the fuck cares? Like that almost always happens. Oops, sorry. How can everyone get that gazillion crit rate? Okay, to be fair, the pieces that I've been rolling for are like pretty cracked. But again, the one thing that I really like about Zenless, actually, if you guys didn't notice, Zenless has like this really cool thing where like, unlike other games, I'm looking at you fucking Wooa, by the way. One of the things that like I'm really annoyed about for like a game like Wooa is that there's fucking disparities in your roll. Like let's say like you go to roll like a piece like this. Like if I have 3 rolls in crit rate, you can have like fucking 40, like you can have like either 9.6 crit rate or like 12 crit rate or like 7 crit rate. And I think that's fucking cringe. What am I saying? What is my opinion on the Pride Win tier list? Let's take a gander. Actually, I don't think I've taken a look at that. Hold up. I need to open up my Chrome. Yeah, I mean, okay. Like, okay, admittedly, this makes sense. Like, Trigger is just like the fucking buffing goat, okay? That is the truth. I do think Hugo does not land at Miyabi. And admittedly, I do think that most of the characters in 0.5 are like kind of just so close to each other, or like in certain content, they're good enough that like you can't argue against that. But you know what I mean? Like they're all decent enough that like it doesn't, you know, it, like all of these characters, the DPS in 0.5 I think makes sense. I would probably argue I would probably argue that Lycone and Qingyi are just here because there's like nowhere else to put them. I'm honestly not as impressed with these characters as much as I would feel. But for like their perfect teams, I do think that they're like this. Junyuan could be in 0.5. I agree, Sarah. I agree. I mean, I don't think the tier list is that off. Dude, Guoba's got some beef with you guys in tier 4. How's Lucy 0.5 but not Sukaku? Lucy buffing multiple units, I think, and honestly her M6 being fucking bonkers, I think like just puts her a little bit above and beyond, you know? That said, I'm not gonna like, you know, with tier lists like this, when they are so close, like what is really the value in point 5, like 0.5 versus tier 1? Like, I wouldn't start like fighting someone over that difference, because like, what the fuck are we talking about? It's half a difference. And like, there are obviously going to be fights where Sokaku is better than Lucy and vice versa, you know? That's why I don't have such an issue with this. In Zenless, the roles will always be consistent. Exactly. That's what I like the most. Hey, no problem, Max. How's everyone doing? Also debating on whether to pull for Hugo or save for 2.0. I'm going to be making a video on that, Jericho, so you can wait for that. And I'll probably give you a bit like more in-depth feeling over this. Yeah, I think, Sarah, if you like, if we said like, hey, Ellen is actually equivalent to Miyabi, all right, you know, like, let's fight, you know. let's fight. This does feel a little bit crazy, you know. But I mean, like, really, tier 1, tier 0.5, like, okay, you know. Like, yeah, there's probably a fight where like with Ambi and against like UCC, or against like some fight that's physical weak, like maybe against Razor, Pulchra goes a little bit crazy. But like, I'm not gonna sit here and like really fight someone over that. Like, I don't really give a fuck. Now Seth, his placement, hey, is where he belongs. Honestly, Sarah, like, I might push for like the next time we talk, Seth might have to, you know, you might have to go down. I don't know. I cannot. It's fitting that he's next to Ambi, and they're both like the most generic electro I don't do anything characters in the game. But man, I just do not fuck with this character at all. Don't get me wrong, I wouldn't say that Seth is weaker than Ben, not what I'm insinuating. Yeah, okay, I mean, Sarah's got a point. Like, I started today's stream off by saying like, you do get crit rate with Ben. You know, that is like, you know, if you get the 16% crit rate, 16% crit rate is sometimes more than you would get from Seth. like it's not lying. It's not lying. Don't put him next to the bear. Dude, come on, Pure. Hey, nameless. Think about this. You guys already got Hugo and Lycone, right? And Lighter. They're all in 0.5. 3 male characters in the top, like, you know, in the top half of the game. That's pretty fucking good. And the free character that we got was a man. Zenless is pretty husbando friendly, you know, all things considered. We're also getting the Panda Man. Pretty free to play friendly, if you ask me. All right, let me take a look at this real quick though. All right, let's go test this guy in Shiyu, huh?
Please forgive me for stealing the moonlight.
I was lucky enough to get Vivian, and using her with Piper and Lucy, I also got Soldier 11. Do you recommend that I should try and pull for Lighter? I would never pull something for Soldier. But again, I think that Lighter is like a very solid addition to any account. Like, I think you might feel bad in some cases if you, like, I don't know, if you pulled for like Harmas's W engine or something. That's not even true. I don't know. Like, I think you would definitely find some value with Lighter, is what I'm trying to get at here. All right, we got to do the Shiyu. All right. Hugo is ice, so we'll use him on all the ice teams. Guys, who do you want to use for the fire team? You guys want a Bernice team, or you guys want a what do you guys want to try? Do I know Ben's best team? I do, Sarah. I do. Do you want to know what it is? I actually play tested it. Do you know that? I was about to make a Ben video, and then my results were a little bit disappointing. I'm not hating on Soldier 11, I promise. Lighter, Lucy, Ben. You're wrong. You're wrong, Sarah. I tested that team actually. You're wrong. The fastest team.
Ready to work.
Oh, sorry, not this one.
Time for some hard
Wait, where is she?
I would never turn down Lord Phaethon.
Was it
Eradicate
which one was it? Hold on. Oh yeah, wait.
I follow.
This was my fastest performing team. Unironically, just having Ben and just having him on the team with Yanagi and Miyabi cleared faster. DPS Lighter and Lucy. I guess it depends on the fight. I was fighting UCC, so I guess it was a little skewed for Yanagi. This cleared faster. This cleared faster for me though. I wasn't running DPS. That's not a Ben. Yeah, okay, but I get it. It's cheating, but like he's on the team. Show me Conqueror Lilius. Okay, buddy. Okay, buddy. Okay, buddy. Soldier 11. You guys want to see Evelyn? Okay, I don't have Soldier 11 built. I'll do Evelyn.
I'll protect you from any danger.
I'll protect you from any danger. Okay, Hugo, I'm gonna run a double team this time around. And then Hugo, I'm gonna do double stun. Oh, wait a sec. I can't use... Should I use the free-to-play team?
Look down on me.
Maybe I'll try the free-to-play team.
You want to test my hammer?
Please forgive me for stealing the moon.
Actually... Yeah, I thought this would work. I had a feeling this would work. Yeah. I do think this will work. Hold on, wait a moment though, because my Evelyn does not have some shit on. Okay, we're going to do this instead. Bye-bye, Ellen. Bye-bye. It's a shame, by the way. I do like Ellen quite a bit. All right, here we go.
It's my duty to protect the asset.
Okay, let's get this test. Everyone's best team is Miyabi +1. I know, Sarah. That's what makes it so fucked up. But I mean, it's true. It's literally true. Hugo, like him trigger, you should try it. It's done so damn fast. All right, I will.
There it is.
Don't cross the line.
This is wave 3 of 4.
Your journey ends with me.
Wait, what? Wait, it just... HP inflation, what the fuck? That thing died to my nonsense. Okay, whatever.
Or you'll be no use. Say no more. I shall balance the scales of the night. Let the party begin.
Dude, 1.5 mil totalized does feel so fucking good, bro.
I shall cast dawn into the shadow.
Sniper's Creed.
Oh
One
fuck,
shot,
I
one kill.
forgot it's not this.
Prepare to kneel before
Damn, that is just 2 mil, isn't it? Dude, 2 mil. Dude, 2 mil, regardless of how you get it, does look fucking crazy, doesn't it? Damn, dude. Okay. No matter which way you spin it, 2 million damage is 2 million fucking damage, huh? 2 million damage is 2 fucking million damage, huh? Holy guacamole. Hope Yishuan will surpass Miyabi and become the new #1. It's about time. I mean, the thing is, even if Yishuan does become #1, there's no way. Well, okay, I shouldn't say there's no way. It would be extremely surprising, in my opinion, if Zenless somehow introduced a character that was even easier to play than Miyabi. Because, like, believe it or not, or at least for me, what honestly makes Miyabi the GOAT isn't even necessarily her damage. It's just unironically how easy it is to play her. Because that's like, again, like in my eyes, that's like unironically a very big like selling point for me for that character. Like if they made her really that easy, like don't get me wrong, I'd be like happy. Like I'm happy for them, but like what are the actual odds of that happening though? Oop, I'm trolling, my bad. This is wave 3 out of 3.
I'm unstoppable.
Hugo doesn't need lighter, I guess. Okay, that feels a bit disingenuous though, because saying that Hugo doesn't need lighter and then pulling up with light cone and trigger, you know what I mean? That's like, well, that might as well be what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? Like that might as well be cheating as well.
You have no means of escape.
Any agent stronger than Miyabi would be unhealthy for the game. Yeah, I think, again, part of the reason why I know everyone's gonna skip Hugo. I know, I get it. Like no one gives a shit. Like the viewership on all the Hugo content is like obviously down. But I will say that like regardless of like, you know, regardless of all this, he is like super fun and easy to play. Like that is just like not a lie. Like everything about this character feels very good and very easy to play. Like genuinely. No like no glazing, no nothing. Like if you actually take the time to play Hugo, I feel like everyone would realize that this character is just like he's just okay. I wouldn't say he's as comfortable to play as someone like Miyabi, but like I mean, like you just press your ultimate button after the shit is done. Like it's not even that deep. Like you just press EX special or ultimate. Yo, take it easy, rascal. Dude, that's crazy. What do you mean? What do you mean 2.0 live stream? What do you wait? Why are you speaking like I won't come back before then? Who's better, Miyabi or Hugo? Of course, it's Miyabi. No one is taking Miyabi's spot.
I shall cast dawn into the shadow.
Leave the glazing to me, because even if the whole world skips Hugo, I'll make up for the loss of revenue. There is no way. Are you M6ing him? Hugo is a rerun character. Hugo is a rerun character when they announce like a super OP, you know, like a super OP like set or something. And then you're like, oh yeah, it's worth it. Or like, oh yeah, that shit's gonna be crazy. I've been seeing patterns, rascal. What's up, Moo? I'm on vacation right now, but when I get home, yes, I will. I will tell you, Hugo's M6 is like unbelievably fucking broken. I don't even know how Hugo's M6 is like real. Have you guys read this shit? Hugo's M6 like actually does not seem balanced. Like it just doesn't not even his M6, by the his M2. His M2 just doesn't fucking consume a totalize. And then his M6 makes it so that he can fucking proc totalize even when the enemy isn't stunned. What if Hugo gets his signature set in 2.0? That's what I'm saying. Yes, like what the fuck are we talking about? Like you guys, okay, for those of you that are pulled for Hugo, like I get it, you know, it's like debatable whether or not you should even pull him, but like what the fuck are we talking about? like are, you know what I mean? Imagine if Miyabi was like, actually you can just use Miyabi's charged basic attack without passive stacks. What? Like what? Like is that not like a fucking, is that not broken? Like what? So that's what, like 10 seconds to stun? Yeah, it's pretty fast. Hoyo keeps hoeing out their men, releasing Haru with Miyabi, Hugo between Vivian and Yichuan. Do you mean like putting them in between, like when people don't like them? It's not worth it to pull more than a signature more than one time, right? I'd rather go from I think Miyabi and Evelyn's I think are pretty important for them. What was it? Miyabi.
No sign of danger.
Where is it? Miyabi I know for sure was like that. I know Ellen was also like that. The W engines on a couple characters are really good. Like I can't remember. I think Vivian's is also Vivian. Yeah, Vivian's is also pretty. No, wait, sorry, no. I forgot. Vivian has a fucking Gemini.
No sign of danger doesn't mean you're safe.
Oh, maybe it was just Miyabi. Maybe I'm thinking of someone else. Am I thinking of Bernice? Yanagi? No, I think it was just Miyabi. Miyabi is just pretty fucking OP. I will say though, regardless of how you guys like feel about it, if Evelyn reruns, you guys very likely will want to pick up her W engine. Unless if they release another attack agent who has like some crazy shit. Seriously, guys, dude, Evelyn's W engine is so fucking good. It's literally the best stat stick that we have in the game.
No sign of danger doesn't mean you're safe.
Yeah, I can Iphon. If Yichuan turns out to be Miyabi level, should I get her or Astra? Dude, that is an impossible fucking question. Like, what am I even, you know what I mean? What am I even supposed to say to that? Yichuan or like Miyabi or Astra, dude? I don't know, man. I don't know. Hey, man, like, listen, if I'm wrong, hey, you know, like, lock me up. Like, it is what it is. Like, my B. I don't know, dude. Oh, is this the fucking, hold on, this is the fucking fire week. Yeah, pre-nerf time, dude, I don't know why they did that. Not that I got any beef with them for doing that or anything, but like, why would you wait so long to do that to them? I don't know. I'm not like a huge fan. All right, let's try Yanagi and Vivian, huh? Wait, is Yanagi geared?
Yanagi, awaiting orders. You have my complete secure the perimeter.
You're supposed to say pull Hugo. Pull Hugo. Is your lighter M6? Is your lighter M6 nameless? Okay, to be fair, it's not that it was necessarily a nerf though. Like he wasn't like it wasn't supposed to work that way. By the way, holy mother of fucking screenshot DPS.
Resistance is futile.
Holy fuck.
In pursuit. Mind and body.
Do we know what are especially class? No, I don't think we know anything about the new 2.0 classes. No leaks, by the way. I should make it clear, by the way, in case you guys are curious, we do not talk about leaks in this chat.
No. Take my trust sterling.
I hope Yishuan is barely stronger than Evelyn and Hugo, so Asha is an easy choice. If they make Yishuan not at Miyabi's level while calling her like a what is it? A Void Hunter level investigator, it would be a crime. And I mean, like, look, to be honest, like, there's just no way. Like, I know they want to make Yishuan like their next Miyabi, and that's okay. Like, don't get me wrong, by the way, I don't think that's like a problem. Like, dude, I fucking love Ash's song, by the way. Can I just say? Such a good song. Screw leakers anyways, dude. I don't like, honestly, I've never, like, I kind of understand like the whole, you know, you want to save up or whatever, but like, do you really, like, do you go to like a movie theater and then, like, you know, during the trailers, like, look up like your fucking Wikipedia, like the Wikipedia page of like the movie that you're going to? Like, yeah, I might look up like when the, you know, the movie starts or something, but I'm not, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not looking up the fucking plot summary, because, like, what the fuck, bro? Oh my god, it's this fucking enemy. I didn't even gather the other guy. What the fuck are these enemies doing right now, by the way?
Recalibrating.
Allow me to refresh. Prostrate yourself before.
Wait, am I about to proc totalize here? Oh, I'm trolling. I'm trolling. I'm trolling. I'm trolling. Trolling.
My bullets are one with the wind.
I mean, clout leakers, dude. Yes. Oh my god, dude. I fuck it. Like, I get the hustle of like anything in life. Don't get me wrong, but you are a fucking pussy if you do that shit, bro. Oh my god, wait. No, I'm fucking troll. Oh my god, dude. I am just fucking trash. How did I actually mistime it twice? Oh my god, he's doing his fucking thing too. Oh god, just kill me.
Pierce right through. Ether vision activate.
Pretty cool. You should check her out.
John Belaya is now following.
Oh, John Belaya? Oh. No. Please.
I shall balance the scales of the night. Let order and madness dance.
I don't get the hustle. I mean, listen, I don't necessarily get the hustle for certain like jobs or ideas or whatever too. But I think like when you're in a certain point in life or when you're in like a certain place in life, I don't judge. I don't judge. Regardless if I should or don't agree with like the practice, I just can't, to be honest. All right, fuck it. We got one classic Miyabi fight, huh? Yeah, Sep. I mean, like Sep is saying, right? Like, even if Miyabi, even if Yishuan does like a little bit more damage or like equivalent damage to Miyabi, like, again, one of the main selling points for Miyabi is not just, you know, how powerful the character is. It's also how easy they are to play. Like, are you guys looking at what just happened on my screen? That took literally no effort at all, like literally zero whatsoever. I'm just pressing left click. That is my whole like rotation right now. I'm pressing E and left click. There is no rotation, like literally none whatsoever. And that's like a pretty big fucking deal, you know? Like, if you don't have to, like, if it takes no effort whatsoever to play a character, though, like, you know, there's other concerns, you know, like people might argue that like that's bad game design or whatever. Like, ultimately, that is still technically a strength for some people. You know, like, part of the reason also why people haven't complained about like M6 Miyabi is also because, like, you know, M6 Miyabi is probably still one-shotting everything in the game.
It's over.
Because again, it's so easy to play and it also does so much fucking damage. What if they make Yishuan stronger than Miyabi and easy to play? Because I think a lot of new players coming 2.0. Dude, honestly, I don't know how you can make someone easier than Miyabi while still adhering to like their general philosophy of combat. Like, some part of me understands that like with Zenless, you know, their idea is that they want to, you know, they want to clear, or like they want a character to have parrying, to be satisfying, and like that's cool, don't get me wrong, right? However, at the same time, like, how can you make a character that's even like they would have to auto parry or auto counter, but also like the parry would have to be built in such a way that like you're on your way to doing like your main damage combo with the character while you're getting the additional, you know what I mean? It's like a little hard to imagine how they would even do that. What the fuck?
Recalibrating.
Understood.
Oh, it's these guys? Okay.
The melody of combat.
What a coincidence.
Huh? Hello?
I shall cast dawn into the shadow. Only for Master Party. I shall balance the scales of the night. Prostrate yourself before the abyss.
This kind of guy, kind of booty. I can't lie. Dude, you're right. I do have a big booty. Why does it keep taking me to...
I shall cast dawn into the
proof? Okay, buddy. Okay, buddy.
I shall balance the scales of the night. I'll eliminate any obstacle.
I'm still trying to figure out Haramasa. Yeah, Haramasa is like another character that I think is... Oh. Haramasa is another character I think that's like a little difficult to play. But like, that's what I'm saying. Like, so like they have no struggle in figuring out how to make a character difficult to play. But like, again, if you try to go the other way, like, do you seriously think that you have a way to make a character easier than Miyabi? Like, I'm not even trying to say this like as like in a condescending sense, but like I don't even know how you would do that, because they like seem so like Miyabi honestly is as popular, I feel like, as she is, just because of how easy she is to play.
I shall cast dawn into the shadow.
Recalibrating.
I shall balance the scales of the night. Prepare to kneel.
As long as we get tools for endgame besides the Yishuan, it's fine. Wait, what the fuck? Hello?
Adjusting for wind.
Wide open.
That was easy.
This boss is a fucking piece of shit. What's up, Gib? Thank you for the 11 minutes of gameplay today. What do you mean 11 minutes? What the fuck? I'm just a humble chatter. Yes, you are. All right. I mean, honestly, that was pretty good. Let's see. This team obviously looked a little worse, but honestly, this Polycus boss is kind of a piece of shit. I mean, I'm sure this was probably supposed to be like one team, like probably this one was supposed to be the Qingyi team or like the Astra team, but is Hugo's weapon good for Ellen? It's okay.
You want to test my hammer?
Ellen's weapon for herself is kind of too like OP. You know? Oh yeah, this also isn't even with her signature. Is Hugo Lycon trigger viable? I mean, you just saw it, right? I cleared the Shiyu with it. So that's got to be worth something. You're just a humble guy asking for a fucking dump truck. Okay, buddy. Okay, has anyone tried Bringer? Has anyone tried Hugo against Bringer? How's in Deadly Assault? Okay, that's exactly what I was gonna do. I don't suspect this will feel good against Bringer. I could be wrong, but we can try it out.
Please.
I've got your back.
I've never had a very good time. I've never had a really good time, admittedly, playing this against or having attack agents or non-Miyabi teams against this Bringer bitch, but we could try it. How's Brimstone on Ellen? It's okay, but again, like her signature is like 20% better than like the next alternative.
I shall cast dawn into the shadow. I shall balance the scales of the night. The end is not.
Adjusting for wind.
No Robin? What do you mean no Robin? I just don't have him leveled. You guys have Robin leveled already?
Creed. One shot, one kill.
I shall cast dawn into the shadow.
I guess you don't have any resources to use otherwise. What do you mean, of course?
Prepare to kneel before me. Let the party begin.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie, guys. This is not looking very promising. I think it's literally gonna activate the thing. Yeah, it's not. Maybe if I tried lighter, like Bringer is like the exception. I think Bringer just is too fucking stupid for this boss. Like Bringer just makes this like too fucking annoying, honestly. I literally don't even think that's like a Hugo thing. It's just like there is no it feels like there's no character in the game that does this like nearly as well. As the one and only viable team I had is Piper, Vivian, Lucy. Do you think I should heavily invest on Piper? Piper is good. Piper's a great character. If you want to invest in Piper, I actually like heavily recommend you do so. Like she's a fantastic physical anomaly character, and especially if you're not someone that's looking for Jane, like, or interested in Jane, I would definitely do it. All right, let's take a bit of a detour and see how this goes if I use lighter.
I'm here, so we're good.
I don't think it's gonna change though.
Thank you for the recognition.
You're gonna get the Xbox Bang Boo? Dude, I want the Xbox Bang Boo so bad too. Try and save your ult. Well, I have to generate it, right?
I shall balance the scales of the night. I shall cast dawn into the shadow.
No, I can't. Even if I wanted to, it's just not.
Make way for the undefeated champion!
Oh, for the chant attack? I was wondering if maybe I could like just stall him out of it, but
Before the abyss. Repent.
uh-oh. I disordered and it didn't work. No, I know. Oh god, man. It just, I don't even, it just looks so disturbing. Can you even, like, I don't even think I just don't think I do enough. I disordered and I died, by the way. If you guys saw it, I did disorder him. He still did not die. Okay, obviously this is not ideal, but I am curious how much it would deal. Dude, he has a second. It's just, I don't know. This just like doesn't, this just does not look fucking possible. This, do you think it really does enough damage to say, even if I save it for that part? Chain attacks increase crit damage. Scythe with a gun. This is Ruby Rose. Dude, wait, did Ruby get canceled?
Down on me.
Or did Rooster Teeth, did they cancel something else? I don't remember if it was that or something else they got. Oh, okay. Bringer never changes. Dude, I fucking hate this boss, man.
See the red scarf.
Rooster, yeah, dude, it's such a shame.
Please forgive.
I loved that company, dude. I really did.
We're good.
Where's Lycone?
I'm at your thank you for the recognition.
Well, let me make sure he's geared. He is, and so is he. Yeah, okay.
I wish you a fabulous day.
I just got the golden shit. Oh, Wait, what do you mean you lose your 50-50? You don't lose your 50-50. Just have faith, buddy. Dude, why is the attack pattern of this bitch such an annoying? Thing is, you can't totalize bring her hand because it doesn't have a daze bar. Well, it still does like a flat amount of damage though, right? Doesn't that feel so weird though? Like in this whole section, I literally just can't use, I just can't use my ult on Hugo because like he's gonna transition like soon enough, right?
Let order and madness dance. I pledge my honor.
I'm also streaming on YouTube. I sure am. Dude, I even it's like it's not even okay, you guys are saying rest in peace Hugo. It's not even just Hugo, it's like literally all the characters that try to do this. Is M1 Astra good enough or should I try for M2? Her M1 is extremely powerful. I know this is like, you know, this is kind of controversial in like the era of like Tribi existing, but if you play Honkai Star Rail, M1 Astra is literally what Ruanmei does. The M2 here is like obviously nice. You get like the extra attack, but like it's kind of whatever otherwise. It is what it is. It is what it is. I still think there is like a fight that you can make work with him, with Hugo. It's probably just this one. It's probably Pompey.
You want to test my hammer?
Straight up made my E6 adventuring unusable. E6 adventure, bro. This pure white trust guy is a giga whale. Maybe Lycone EX, then Hugo Ultimate. Dude, I don't know, man. You need to get a disorder, which means I'd have to run like fire or something. E4 doctor ratio. What the fuck is wrong with you, brother? All right, this is fire, right? I'm gonna see how this goes with trigger. It's the same VA as Hugo. Dude, the Hugo voice acting and like scenes in general were actually fucking fantastic. I don't know if you guys and you guys watched it like that, but oh my god, wait, it's fucking resistant to, oh my god. All right, this might have been my fucking dumbest maybe not my brightest idea.
I shall balance the scales of the night. Keep up, repent. A miraculous moment. I pledge my honor.
Do resist affect daze amount as well? They sure do.
Gotcha.
which is why this really isn't the smartest thing to be doing right now.
I shall balance the scales of the night. Let order and madness dance. Gotcha now.
Sniper's Creed. One shot, one kill.
I shall cast dawn into the shadow.
Adjusting for wind.
I shall balance the scales of the night. Let the there it is. What?
You're cornered.
My fucking trigger is dead. Honestly, who the fuck cares, bro? Ow. Oh my god, I care. Okay, okay. All right, I should not have taken trigger to begin with. I should not have taken trigger to begin with. That was my fault. That was my fault. That was my bad. I did not consider how much the electric would. Okay, so this is probably then the actual team that you have to use. You probably do just have to use Hugo, Lighter, and Lycone for this team. I have a feeling it's going to do a lot. I hope it doesn't skew the results too badly. What about his inner demon? You guys see his preview video? Dude, he was like Hugo was like fucking macking up himself.
There it is. Gotcha. I shall cast dawn into the shadow. I shall balance the scales of the night. Prostrate yourself.
Personally, I don't think mindscapes are ever worth it in this game. I think the best feeling in this game is, or well, in any game, is when you get a mindscape that changes the way that like characters feel or like function in general. And so like with that, I do think stuff like, I feel like Miyabi's feels pretty good, admittedly. I think Hugo's is also pretty nice with that, or like as a result of that.
Can't handle freeze all evil.
Really, bro?
Don't get hit. I shall cast dawn into the shadow. I shall balance the scales of the night. I pledge my honor! I shall cast dawn into the shadow. I shall balance the scales of the night. Prepare to kneel before me.
What mindscape level is worth it for Trigger?
The party begins.
Trigger? I don't think Trigger really needs it, to be honest. I think, what is it? She like, doesn't she, I have to go back and look actually. It's actually been a minute since I've looked at, oh God. Dude, some of these characters fucking stun a little too, or swing a little too fast. Like, why is he hitting me so fast?
shall balance the scales of the night.
I barely hit 20k. Holy fuck. Okay. While I did barely hit 20k, it is also worth mentioning that I suck. I don't have the best set on Lycone and Lighter right now. And my Hugo's W engine is Evelyn's. Why does M3 and M5 feel less important than C3, C5? Is Genshin C3, C5 still like the level increase thing?
Hey, don't look down on me.
Hey, don't look down on me. All right, who should we have for the last?
Eradicate all
Good day.
Middle is UCC, so that's probably Astra, Nicole, GUN. So that means, okay, fuck it. What if we just use triple anomaly? What if we just have a little fun? Huh? What if we just have a little fun for once? What is the most worth it Mindscape for standard? It's probably one of the DPS or getting arena more or upgrading arena more. All right, boys, watch this shit.
Resistance futile. My blade is already. Such provocations don't go unanswered.
Damn, I think I missed Vivian's banner. Yeah, if you didn't just get it, I mean, yeah, at this point it's for NA, it's gone. So if it's gone for NA, it should be gone for everyone.
Me and Lord Satan.
Seed? Who is Seed?
Shadowless blade.
Go away.
One cycle suffice.
You better not get my chest.
My blade is already. Mind and body.
Seed is the robot. Oh, do we even know if that? I don't even think they announced anything about whether that character's playable or anything, right?
Resistance futile. Purging slash.
Fuck! Oh my god! I used my fucking.
It's over. Surrender.
Too thick shall pay. It's over.
Dude, I fucking suck at this. I don't know why Vivian just does not feel the same as when I did this with Bernice.
Don't you know? Hit my frustrating little kid.
Bernice makes this feel like crazy, but Vivian, I just have to be on so often that it throws me off a little bit.
Is now following.
Thank you for the follow. Welcome on in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello, hello, hello. Yeah, I fucking suck, boys. Sorry. That was not the most exciting anomaly run of all time. It is still like over 35k though, which is pretty good. Quick assist. Okay. So this is where I go Astra, Nicole, and Jiyuan.
We'll get it done.
Okay, but okay, Jiyuan doesn't have shit on though. Wait, who's got the... Oh, there it is. Sheesh. All right, boys. This is for all the marbles. How's Hugo against Bringer? It just didn't work, Diamond. It just did not work. Is Hugo's engine a must pull? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Finally, a relatable CC. Dude, I've actually been seeing people fucking dog. I've actually been seeing people dog on like slicing like that because he's not like the biggest fucking gamer when it comes to shit. Bro, like, do people actually expect all the CCs to like be fucking insane gamers when it comes to shit like that? I don't know, man. I feel like it's kind of hard. Astra saved us. You like the music for... Dude, I do like Astra for this. Dude, Astra is so... Astra's music and everything about that character, honestly, is so sick. Ow. Fuck. Am I in low graphic settings? I sure am not. Dude, fucking drill bitch too, bro. I mean, I already got my score for the week. It's fine.
You're surrounded.
The drill attack is so annoying. That is easily the most annoying ability in this game. Because it's not even like you can like run away from the boss and be ranged or something. He's actually just a piece of shit. I think they do, honestly, but mostly they present themselves as experts. I can see the thought process of if you're putting the info out, you can probably back it up. I don't know, though. I mean, the thing is, though, is that like what you do in theory will always be different than what you do in practice. You know, like I'm not saying, you know, I'm not trying to say that like I'm not trying to say that like every gamer's gotta like I'm not saying that you shouldn't be able to back up what you're doing, but like, you know what I mean? It's like if I excuse me, if I like have a presentation on something and I'm just bad at public speaking, or if I'm just like bad at performing, or if I'm just like not that good in the heat of the moment, I don't think that should be like so heavily penalizing to me that just because I can't like, you know, back it up live, that I like don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Like a lot of people have performance anxiety, you know what I mean? And like it is something where like it just sucks sometimes. Like you're trying to be entertaining or you're trying to be you know what I mean? And you don't want to, you want to account for every variable. Like you kind of want to account for the people that are like kind of free to play or like kind of casual. So like, will they know what you're talking about? Like things like this, right? No, I'm not. My settings are not that low though. Here are my graphics. I do have off all this bullshit. Jane is definitely still good. Yeah, Jane is definitely still good for sure. For sure. Easily still good. All right, boys, how are we feeling about Hugo? Hmm?
You want to test my hammer?
Please forgive me for stealing the moonlight.
10 out of 10 would pull again. Hugo make big boom. Yeah, I do think it is inarguable that seeing like the 4 million shit is like, wow.
Fabulous day.
Skipping, so no comment. That's all right. That's all right. That's very fair. I might pull. He looks fun. Yeah, I mean, like the rotation is so simple too. It's just stun, then press EX special, stun, then press ultimate, stun, then press EX special, stun, then press ultimate. Bias aside, he looks great. His VA is great. His animation's great. That's enough for me. His M6 sounds broken fun. It does feel very fun to play. Kind of hard to decide. I like Hugo, but don't have lighter or light cone. I will tell you guys, if you aren't using lighter Astra or lighter Trigger, his performance drops like significantly. He does feel like one of the more expensive characters in the game. I keep hearing you either have lighter or skip. Kind of. I don't think it's like locked specifically behind lighter though. I've also found him to do pretty well if you just have even if you just have what's her name, like some of the other limited characters. Like Chingy also felt good. Like for my testing on Hugo, okay, wait, let me first impart. If you are someone that is willing to accept that you need some limiteds, like Chingy Trigger ended up performing quite well for me. Like, of all the times, lighter trigger was the highest performer. Obviously, I couldn't use it for that one Pompey fight because it was electric week, but that was pretty good. Additionally, lighter Astra was also pretty good. Lighter Chingy trigger I think is also like one of the more notable or notably decent options. We'll do one more, I guess. Okay, I do think Hugo will probably go fucking crazy on this fight.
Please forgive me for stealing the moonlight.
I've got your back.
So be it. Any case to solve? Let me finish my cup of hot water.
All right, watch this shit, boys. Which bangbus are we using for him again? Technically, you should only ever be using like Buresher, Butler, Snap, and Nightboo. But the bangbus honestly don't do much outside of that. The only reasons why I recommend those specific ones is because they actually give you like generalized buffs. Like Snapboo will give you like a 3% damage buff. We lost both Evelyn and Trigger to Kaleda. Dude, I'm so sorry, man. Ooh.
Into the shadow. I shall balance the scales of the night.
There's still enemy still kicking. Justice is served.
I have Butler. That's okay. If you want Butler, that's fine. Nightboo and Snap really are the goats, though. If you can, I would definitely recommend trying to get those.
Scales of the night. Prepare to kneel before me.
This bullet will reach its mark. Time to pin them down.
I shall cast dawn into the shadow. I shall balance the scales of the night.
Kind of Neverland.
Scram before I can end.
Ether vision activate.
Yep.
Press the advantage.
Ooh.
I bestow upon you.
The melody of combat.
Have you ready, hand?
I shall cast dawn into the shadow. I shall balance the scales of the night. Let order and madness dance.
Recalibrating.
I shall cast dawn into the shadow. I shall balance the scales of the night.
Sniper's Creed. One shot, one kill. Time to pin them down.
Yep.
I shall cast dawn into the shadow. I shall balance the scales of the night. Let the party begin.
Hold again.
I think it was like 30k. I feel like Juyuan fucks this boss harder. I mean, for what it's worth, Juyuan is also an on element boss, and I still did 30,000, even though Hugo's technically off element. You know what I mean? The Juyuan team that I had was Juyuan, Nicole, and Astra, which again are like some of the strongest DPS, or one of the strongest DPS comps in the game. And like with technically his non-bis, like he wasn't on element, he's still doing like 30,000. That, I get it, it's not like as crazy as it could be, but there is something to be said about that. Where am I from? I'm from the East Coast of America, so it's like 2:52 p.m. It's not even midnight, actually. It's not even the afternoon, or it's not even like late in the afternoon yet. I only have Miyabi, Bernice, Lycone, Ellen, Rina, and Nekomata. Should I pull for any current or upcoming limiteds? That's hard to say. I mean, right now you could probably hold off on Hugo with that roster. I mean, the thing is, okay, Yishuan's probably going to be a DPS. I'd be so surprised if she wasn't. In that case, I think like probably Yishuan, if you want like, I don't know. Okay, if you guys have played Honkai Star Rail, it is what it is. Like, maybe this will relate to you guys. If you don't, it is what, you know, it's totally fine too. But there was a period in Honkai Star Rail where like Acheron had come out, and also like Firefly was like around, and unironically I just pulled 2 of these DPSs, and I just like did not struggle with content for like 3 months. I just like pulled both the characters, like built them up as much as I could, and then I just went like fucking turbo, like just autopilot. The thing is, I have a feeling that Miyabi and Yishuan are gonna be like that, but I can't say for sure, like, you know, that they won't try and fuck Miyabi over. Like, did you see like last Deadly Assault, or like one of the last like more recent Deadly Assaults? They literally just had like every single boss was like, you know, like one of the bosses was like what was it, like fucking, or like both the bosses were like Ice Week or something, like some crazy shit like that. Like, it's obvious that they're like trying to fuck you, right? But I don't know anything about the new the new categorizations or anything. Just to be clear, by the way, we don't talk about leaks in this chat. So again, whatever they've announced officially, cool, but I don't think they've said anything about it. Dude, Ifan, hey, good luck, man. Make sure don't fall asleep through your alarm, because I know I've fucking done that every fucking goddamn day. Is he better than Miyabi? Of course not. Of course not. Very obviously not. There is an argument that, again, keep in mind that while Miyabi is the GOAT, they've been rather tame with some of the buffs when it comes to the bosses in this game. If for whatever reason they just decide that, you know, like, you know, just randomly, if they just decide like, hey, fuck this shit, what we're gonna do is we're just gonna force like the enemy to like just keel over and die. If they end up doing that, and like they give like a super fantastic buff to stunned enemies, yeah, there's like maybe a case that Hugo does better. Admittedly though, I think that would be like fucking diabolical. Like, if they did that to Hugo, they were like, you know what, to like really sell Hugo, we're gonna give like a 5,000% damage buff. Yeah, they can do that, and like, I apologize, like, obviously, if they do that, but I can't help my assessment of a character like relative to like the content that I'm testing them in, because like realistically speaking, even playing field, Miyabi is better than all the other characters by like a decent amount, but the other characters are not so they're not so far apart from each other that you'd like be, oh my god, like you're not playing this character, fucking die, you know. And that's why I think like Hugo's kind of like in this middling ground where like he's not, like, maybe he could be crazy if they gave him like specific to his own kit kind of buffs, but like otherwise he's just like a solid DPS, which like some people are not okay with, because like, again, they wish that they were like, you know, they probably wish that certain characters were like Miyabi level. He's just not though. What a weird stage. They only give us like one enemy a bunch of times. To be fair, there's mono ice Miyabi, and you could play into stuns too. Exactly. That's exactly what I mean too. So it's just like a little, I don't want to call it like facetious, but facetious isn't even the right word. It just doesn't sound right, you know? He's the Jing Liu of ZZZ. Could be. He could be. Hasn't Jing Liu like fallen off to the wayside though? I kind of feel bad for her. What the fuck? No, leave me the fuck alone. Yeah, and she's getting buffed, officially announced. Oh, that's actually sick. Wait, I didn't even know she's getting... Do we know what the buff is?
There it is. The truth is a beloved fairy tale. Allow me to reach your soul. I'll write the ending to your nightmare.
We know through me. Oh, okay. Yeah, we don't talking about it like that. Is anyone here on the fence for pulling Hugo, by the way? Because I am planning on compiling a video talking about not like obviously whatever we officially whatever we know about 2.0, but just like releasing a video talking about like the obvious concerns about like pulling for Hugo before. You, Gwips? What's up, Hikari? I just want to make sure that there are like people that are actually debating it.
I'm unstoppable.
You're skipping? Understandable.
The truth is a beloved fairy tale.
I don't want FOMO for not pulling Hugo. To be fair, like I am kind of struggling to see like what it is Hugo would do over Ellen or Miyabi, or just like, you know, struggle busting it up. Sort of on the fence is either him or Yixuan. By the way, that's what I meant, like small quality of life. Like they could quality of life that. Like why is the button not just like automatically open? M2 Yixuan. Yeah, everyone, okay, to be fair, like it's not really like a leak to expect that Yixuan's M2 is going to be OP, right? I don't know what it is, obviously, but it is like so obvious. Like it's like pretty obvious that like whatever she ends up having is going to be OP. Oh man, the fucking boss is...
go. Truth is a beloved fairy tale. Let order and madness dance.
I was planning to skip, but I like Hugo and his kid. And to be honest, the way you're talking about lighter makes me think I should at least try for lighter, but 2.0 is so close. I mean, again, like, I will say undoubtedly, unless if they like really take things in like a crazy direction, there is no way that you will regret pulling for lighter. Even if you miss Yixuan, I understand, but like lighter, unless if they release like another limited that like, I don't even know how they could, like, it would be so fucking ridiculous if they release someone better than lighter for like the characters that he's strong with. Like, there is just really no downside to lighter. Like, yes, he doesn't necessarily play the same as like maybe some of the other supports, but like for the teams that he buffs them so incredibly well. Even if they release a new lighter, we also have 2 teams. Yeah, that's the other thing that I was gonna say about, like, you know, people talk about like, oh, power creep Miyabi or something. Dude, Miyabi doesn't even, it's not even like that for Miyabi, because like, okay, you have a better character than Miyabi. All right, then Miyabi's going on the other fucking team.
Unstoppable. Tales for the dawn that sets the world alight. Repent. Prostrate yourself.
Oh my fucking, I pressed Q on accident. You have 3 built teams. I'm sure you could probably get away with 2 as well. Has anyone tried Piper Lucy? I'm like fairly certain Piper Lucy can like clear all the content in like every single fight, or like every single content in the game, assuming it's tuned for them. Like not tuned, but like, you know, the element advantages and stuff. I think unironically we can't. I think unironically I can't fight Nineveh or the Bringer.
Scram before I get angry. I pledge my honor. Wide open. There it is.
Okay, come on. Come on.
Order and madness dance.
My biggest issue with like, wait, what the fuck? That's not Astra.
Will compose a miracle.
What's your honor really Let the party begin.
Okay, we cleared pretty quickly, boys. Not bad, right? I can't even do DA right now as I don't have the full teams, and even higher weekly shoes are a challenge. I probably just suck. Dude, honestly, don't say that, because I do feel like there's a good portion of the game that is literally just locked behind having more stats. So do not feel too bad about it. That said, guys, that's actually going to be it for me today. I'm going to start working on some other videos. I'm going to be working on lighter. I'm going to be working on the 2.0 versus Hugo video, maybe a tier list. I don't know yet. But thanks again for watching, guys. We did our polls. Hopefully you guys got a bit of a better look into Hugo. But yeah. Are there any units you guys want to see before I go today?
Want to test my hammer?
A mission? Take me along.
I guess I'll show the Hugo again before I go. Which is good on Soldier 11. 2 point... Pretty sure the second one. Abby. Cheers for the videos. Keep them coming. Yep. Thanks again for watching, boys. Here are my socials. Pretty much just look up the word Kana on any social platform and you'll find me. Thanks again for watching, though, guys. See you later, Nameless. Goodbye, everyone. Hugo, before I go. Yeah, here you go. Get it? Here you go, Hugo. Yep. Pew, 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 pew. Ta-da!
Kana's pretty cool. You should check her out.
Laughable Ogre is now following.
Ogre, thank you for the follow. See you in 22 days. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you, bars. Fuck you, bars. All right. Anyways, that's going to be it for me. I'll see you guys all later. Stay safe. Stay healthy, YouTube frogs. Thank you for welcoming me so nicely. I will definitely be streaming again on YouTube. Bye-bye, everyone.